Welcome to the inside of the Body Confidence Code. This is your first lesson, so you should be super excited about where this journey is going to go. Today's lesson and module is all about mindset. Now, you've already heard it, you've seen all the quotes, you know this to be true. Mindset is everything. You know this. But it's even more important when it comes to your body and your weight and how you feel about yourself. It's more important than you realize. Like, your mindset is responsible for creating your experience as a human, truly. So when it comes to the way we feel about our bodies and our confidence, mindset is so powerful. But what does that mean? Does that mean that all you have to do is be positive and think good thoughts and then everything's gonna be okay? Hell no, that's not what that means. But you have to start somewhere. And one thing that humans are really good at is using their logical brain, because we've numbed out our bodies for so long. So many of us are walking around disconnected from our bodies. There's the logical brain part of ourselves, and then there's our human body, which usually operate as one, which we'll get into. But right now, most of us, most of you might be completely disconnected. So in order to get in your body, we got to start here. So in this lesson, you're going to learn that your body and your relationship to food and your confidence and your body image and your relationship to yourself are dependent on your mindset. It all starts here. Everything around us contains energy. We are all made up of energy. We are energetic beings. Everything in this world and this universe is energy. Food is energy. Your thoughts carry powerful energy. And your words, spoken words, carry even more energy than your thoughts because they're vocalized. And when you take pen to paper and write things down, that's basically declaring to God and the universe that whatever you write is the truth, and so they're gonna give you more of that. The universe is gonna give you more of what you think, more of what you say about yourself and to yourself, and more of what you write down. I really want you guys to do is to use your worksheets and actually write things down. Put pen to paper, because that is going to not only connect things in your brain so that you can see things more clear, but it's also like declaring to the universe what you really want. And that is where things get really, really powerful and really, really exciting. You are so powerful. The energy in your body, the energy that you carry, like, you have no idea how amazing your body is, how powerful everything that you say or think or do. You are so powerful, and it's time that you started to see the true beauty of your body and your mind and yourself and really embrace it. And you're about to learn how to do that. The thoughts that you have about your body and about yourself are creating your reality. Whatever you're thinking is what you're gonna experience in real life. So we have all of these thoughts, go circling around in our brain all the time about ourselves. And sometimes it's subconscious, we don't even know they're there, but they're always there circling. And what you think, you attract more of. So if you're constantly thinking things like, people only like me for the way I look, or, oh my God, I'm so disgusting every time you walk past a mirror, or even if you avoid mirrors altogether, or even if you feel like all the time, I'm just such an awkward person and I don't deserve to feel good, I don't deserve to be loved, that's what you're attracting into your life. You're constantly attracting more of what you think about. All of these things that we are saying, and you're wondering why you keep having the same encounter, like, oh God, why does this always happen to me? Now you know why, because you're always focusing on it. What you focus on expands, and what you resist persists. What you need to know is when you think something or you make a statement about yourself, our brains, your brain is automatically wired to start looking for evidence for that statement. So if you're constantly thinking, I'm never gonna lose weight, your brain is gonna pick up on, okay, how can I make her not lose any weight? Or I'm never gonna have a healthy relationship with food, I can't stop eating. Your brain is gonna be like, okay, let's not let her stop eating. Your thoughts are not who you are, and you have the power to shift those thoughts to be more loving and accepting and kind, so that you can start shifting your reality and your experience as a human, which is really, really cool. So remember, I said this is all about integration. This is all about using the information and completing the exercises that I have for you to start to really see the patterns that are going on inside of your brain so that you can start to make a change. Some of our innermost thoughts, we aren't even aware that we have them. So we have to really go deep and go back and look at some of the things that we've been thinking about ourselves that we don't even realize that are holding us back. Another problem with shifting mindset is that we have been literally conditioned and taught through our society to believe that we are not good enough. That is the message that we are constantly getting from our parents, or from social media, or from, teachers, or wherever. The diet industry, gosh, that's where all of this starts, is TV commercials and seeing weight loss promotions and diets, and this is the last fitness program that you're ever gonna need. That right away is making us think, okay, well, I don't do that, so that must make me a bad person. And that's not the truth. That's not the truth. But we've been conditioned and trained to believe those things. So it's not easy to shift. But once you know that that's not the truth, that's not your innermost truth, those are just lies that you've been telling yourself about yourself, you can start to be like, oh, and separate yourself from it. I want you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because if you don't, none of this course is going to work for you. You have to be willing to peel back the layers of this wall, essentially, that you've built between your brain and your body, and be willing to get back into that, because that is really where all of the magic happens. And I know it's scary. I know it's intimidating. I know there are things that you don't want to look at. There are things that you don't want to know. Believe me, I know all of this. But remember what I said, what you resist persists. So if you keep pushing this emotion or pushing this experience away, it's gonna keep coming up at you. It just gets stronger. It just builds and builds and builds. So if you look at it now and you understand it, it loses that power, and then you're able to release it. And that's how all of this works. So it's super, super important for you to understand what it is that you're constantly focusing on. What are those thoughts in the back of your mind that are always whispering to you that you're not enough? What are the things that you're telling yourself every single day about your body, about your diet, or what you're eating? What are you telling yourself day in and day out? I want you to really think about all of those thoughts. It doesn't even have to just be about your body, and I honestly don't want it to be. I want you to think about every area of your life. Career, relationships, family. I want you to think about all of those things and try to identify and uncover the stories and the lies that you've been believing, and think about and understand how those thoughts have shaped your reality and have created this experience that you're now living in. Because your world, what's around you, is a reflection of your thoughts. It all starts in the mind. And that's why mindset is so powerful, especially when we're doing this work. You have to be able to and be willing to peel back those layers and look at pieces of you that you might not like very much. And it's gonna be uncomfortable. And yeah, it's gonna be painful. But going through this process is so much easier than the alternative. And what's the alternative? Where you are right now. You're feeling stuck. you're struggling, you're fighting against your body, you're restricting, you're binging, you're yo-yoing, your body feels unsafe. And you can feel that. There is a heaviness about it, and I know that because you're here watching this video. And you are watching this video for a reason. You know that. You know that I believe everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. You signed up to be in this course because you knew and you know on a deeper level that there's so much more and that there has to be an easier way and a better way to live life. And there is, you're right. But in order to get there, you've got to be able to just sit down, get intimate with yourself, get to know yourself, all parts of yourself, even the parts that we don't like, especially the parts that we don't like, and just observe and begin to understand and get curious. Where did this all begin? You have to be willing to do that because mindset is where it all begins. If you can't start examining those thoughts, then you might as well just walk out the door and stop watching this video. You will never be able to transform unless you are willing to feel temporary pain. I've said this before, pain is the portal to transformation. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is to focus on how you want to feel. What I mean by that is ask yourself, what would it feel like to be in a body that you truly felt confident in, that you truly loved, and that you truly felt safe in? What would that feel like? Not a number on the scale, not a size, a clothing size, not a shape, not a physicality, but a feeling. What would that feel like viscerally inside of your body? How would you feel if you had all of those things? If you felt safe and confident and loved yourself? What would that feel like? How do you want that to feel? You can create that. Ask yourself these things and then be those emotions. Ask yourself who you need to become to have what you truly want and desire. That's the bottom line to getting everything that you want and to live your best life. You have to start from within. All transformation starts from within, and it starts with your mindset. So I want you to focus on what you want to create. You have everything you need to create what you want in here. You just have to rediscover it. Your body already knows this stuff. We just have to remind it. You've lost touch. But guess what? You can change that. You always have a choice. You can operate from a place of hate and fear, or you can operate from a space of love and acceptance and abundance. You always have that choice in every situation and every experience. Which one do you want to feel? Choose that and be that. Be it for yourself, and then you'll see more of it come into your life. What you focus on expands, and what you allow will continue. So before moving on to the second lesson, I really want you to make sure that you download the worksheet that's attached to this lesson in the downloadable files, print it out, and write your answers and complete the exercises. And I want you to take as much time as you need because you have 2 days to get through all of these lessons and complete all of the exercises. And the exercises aren't long, but they are very introspective and they ask you to get very intimate with yourself. So I want you to spend time with yourself. Do not rush this process. Take all the time that you need and make sure that you're clear on what you want to create before moving on to the second lesson. But I want you to put pen to paper because remember, that's like declaring to the universe what you want, and that's exactly what you want to do. So go do that now, take as much time as you need in completing the exercises, and then I'll see you in lesson 2.